everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Eye on Board Game Geek, bringing you turn 18 of our Witcher adventure game playthrough. This is our learning session. 18 turns in. I think I do have it down. We're going to get right to it. I think the game is coming to a very quick close. It's probably going to end on this turn unless something really unpleasant happens to Triss. And we're going to start our turn, though, with Geralt, who really can't do anything to prevent this. But he's going to do what he can and continue to try and gather the resources he needs for his quest. Geralt is here in Rivia, his homeland. He's going to move over to Mahakam and get another red combat investigation while he's there. And while he's there to try and see if he can catch up at all, he's going to do an investigation, combat investigation. So he's going to draw this one, Dangerous Travel. This is a setback. Of course, when he draws an investigation, it's a bad one. While traveling through the swamp may sometimes be the fastest route, it is never the best one. The next time you perform a travel action, fight a battle before moving. Enemy 3 failed, you take some injuries. Okay, so basically we got to keep that card, and the next time he moves, he will fight. But he still has another action in the space that he's in. So what will he do? He's going to be making an encounter. I think that we're going to, we might as well develop, oh, that was his second action. Sorry, he moved and then took that investigation. So that is actually the end of his turn. So he has a choice. He's going to encounter a beast, a bronze beast, or a foul fate. He's going to encounter the beast. So we're going to take that, check it out. What do we got? Some bandits. It says before rolling lose a gold. Well, he's only got one, so we're going to temporarily take this gold away from him, but we know that he can get it back by defeating the bandits. So, and the bandits aren't very tough. They're a 2 and a 1. He's got plenty of spell power in his favor. I don't even think he's going to use his potions for this. I think he's pretty much got this one in the bag. Of course, we could be being overconfident in this, but I don't think so. I mean, he does have 6 dice after all. Let's see what he gets. Well, he hasn't been rolling his Witcher signs, but that's okay, because here's his 1 defense, and here's his 2 combat. He had plenty to defeat the bandits. So he defeats the bandits, he does not suffer a wound, and he gets his gold coin back. So they tried to steal from Geralt. Geralt killed them, and that was the end of that. And that will mark the end of his turn. So now we're going to move on to the turn of Triss Merigold. Well, here's Triss. I'll let you see her character sheet in all its glory. We're just going to pop right up here, and we're going to do what's called a fast travel, which means she's going to have to take a foul fate, but she's going to move all the way to Vengerberg, and then again over to Dol Blathana, which will give her her 3rd token. So instead of taking a 3rd token, magic investigation, she only needs 3 to get a proof of magic. So if she adds 1 to the 2 that she has, she will get a proof of magic. She happens to be in the quest location where she needs to be to complete her quest. But first we do have to draw a foul fate token, because this is her first action, and see what we get. Stalked by fear. Sorry, not a token, but a card, rather. You can't shake the feeling that someone has been hired to make your life miserable. Okay, so we're going to place a foul fate in the region she's in. Wow, that was really about the least problematic card that we could have had. So there is not currently a foul fate token in the land she's in. There is a bronze monster there, so she'll do that. And then for her second turn, or second action rather, I think she might as well prepare a spell. Boom, she's going to prepare her Crow's Shroud, and then she's going to complete her quest. So she has the source of Fistic. Now Fistic is a really bad drug in the world of The Witcher. Her main quest in location Dol Blathana, you can see that she needs to turn in a combat and magic proof of evidence, collect evidence about the Fistic in the area. She has done so. So the consequences. You turn over your evidence to the local authorities, and they quickly put a stop to the Fishtech ring. The Skotel are furious that you cut off their Fishtech supply, and they begin to stir up trouble. Draw 1 good fortune card and receive a token of your choice, and then advance the war track. Okay. Well, that is okay. So first we're going to draw her good fortune card, and what does it do? Excellent weather. The sun warms the road, and a slight breeze cools your tired body. When you encounter obstacles at the end of your turn, play this card to ignore all obstacles at your region. Pretty effective, but she's not going to need it because it is the end of her turn. She's also might as well get a just because we're going to complete the actual action. We're going to get that blue token for her quest, and we're going to advance the War Track one. That puts it on a Foul Fate token, which puts 2 Foul Fates in her region. But she is going to cast her Crow's Shroud spell. Here, I took the token off, it's right here, to avoid any obstacles. Now, that is the end of the round. There are only 2 players, and she has basically gotten 16 points and completed her second quest. So that will put her up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 41 points to Geralt's 24. He could maybe complete his quest in his next turn, but his quest is only 8 points. So at the end of the next turn, let's say he did get lucky and managed to complete that, it'd be very unlikely. He would still lose. So we're going to call it the end of our session. Turn 18, Triss Merigold won with 2 completed missions against her partner and ally Geralt of Rivia, the Witcher. So anyway, guys, that was fun. I enjoyed this game. I can't wait to play it with a bunch of other people. I've had it on my table for so long. Haven't been able to play it with others. But we are done, and we have completed our 2 quests. Now remember, again, normally you play a 3 quests, but this was just a learning session and wanted to teach you how the game runs. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of our playthrough of the Witcher Adventure board game. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to conclude with some final thoughts of my own, and I will be right back with those. So what do I think of the Witcher Adventure board game? Well, I think it's cool. It is, so if you're looking for something incredibly deep, you're not going to find it here. If you're looking for something that does not have any luck associated with it and is purely based on your skill, I highly recommend some other games. If you're looking for a game that's purely based on skill, you might want to try something like, oh, I don't know, Dominant Species, which is one of my favorite games of that nature. Or I'm trying to think of some other ones that don't require any luck at all. They're all based purely on your skill. There's a bunch, how about Bruselex 18, whatever, that's a skill-based one. I'm thinking of some others. Drum Roll is another good one that's pretty much based on your skills. Yeah, so on and so forth. This game has a lot of luck to it. There's no doubt. You will get lucky and you will get unlucky. Now, I'll tell you something cool. So one of the things I do really like about this game, and one of the things that intrigues me about the future of it, maybe there's some more that could be added here. The 4 characters that come in the game are all radically different in how they are portrayed in the game and how they interact with the world. As you saw during this session, Geralt gears up, gets his Witcher signs and potions to fight monsters, and a lot of his abilities are based around that, fighting and killing monsters. Where Triss, however, she doesn't have as much dice rolls going for her and all that sort of thing, but her spells are incredibly powerful, and if she can keep them prepared, she can overcome and dominate a lot of different things. Yarpen, who you didn't get to see, he's got a really unique ability, and I think I'm going to show you just a bit of that while I'm talking. In his development cards, he has these 4 dwarf companions that are a part of his game, and I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can find these guys in here. Yeah, here's one. So he can activate, one of his special actions, you can see here's command. So when he commands one of his 4 companions, or 3 companions rather, I thought there was 4, but maybe there's only 3. I think there's 4. I'm going to find the other one. Anyway, if he commands one of his companions, he can do certain things with them. So for example, if he gets to command 2 when he takes the action. If he commands Xavier Moran, he gets a gold. If he commands, and this was one of the better ones, Polly Dahlberg. Yeah, that's the dwarf's name. Okay, what can I say? They have some funny names in the game for such a serious, dark setting. You get to place a token on here. That's not the game's deal. That's the story, the books, the game, the video games, everything. You get to place tokens on 2 of your development cards. So you command him to help you bump up your abilities. Then you got Yannick, who helps you. He can allows you to exchange tokens. That's pretty powerful. If you have tokens you don't need, but you change them for something else, and I could have sworn there was another dwarf in here. Dwarf companion. I guess not. Well, okay, so there's three companions that you can pick. And each of them gives you... Wait, I'm sure there's a 4th, and I think I found him. Yeah, here he is. Yep. Reagan Dahlberg. you can move one beast or foul fate out of your region to an adjacent region. That's the other guy you can command, and they can do those things for you. So his play style is completely different. Plus, he's got these 2 extra wound slots. He's very tough. Some say he's overpowered. I mean, it depends on who you play. So everybody's going to say that one of these guys is overpowered. Now, the only one I haven't heard as being labeled as overpowered is Dandelion, but I played him in the PC digital version of the game and just whooped everybody with him. He has the ability to generate a lot of money, and a lot of his abilities are based on money, like bribing people and taking advantage. Now, I think that one thing that Ignacy, who designed this from Portal Games, who designed this and then got it over here under Fantasy Flight Games, did a great job of, was attaching the theme to these, what would typically be kind of generic abilities or abilities that they have, and making each of these characters feel different. So, you know, while you're developing Dandelion, he's still doing the same development action. His abilities are so radically different. So see, you can spend gold any time to place tokens on these cards, and it helps you spend money on these friends of yours that allow you to do a whole bunch of different things. So that is an aspect that I like a tremendous amount about this game. There's a lot of variety. The Foul Fate cards, ton of variety. The Good Fortune cards, ton of variety. But that makes it more of a luck-based game. And while there are a lot of Euro-type components where you're picking up, dropping off, kind of a move, pick up and deliver type scenario with your quests, it doesn't feel very Euro-y from that regard. Now, it is kind of light. I would say after you've played it a few times, you're probably going to say, I need more. And I think this game could stand from some additional variety and some more characters and even some more stuff. I don't know what that would be, to be honest. Maybe some interaction with the towns themselves. That would be cool. The regions, because in the game they are quite different. And there could be some cool stuff that goes on there. I don't know. Maybe a sideboard with the towns, and you could draw cards for each of the towns that are very specific to that town, or at least the major ones. I don't know. Anyway, but I just feel like there could be more done with this. It is a complete game, and you can have fun playing it. You've seen this playthrough, 18 turns in, you know what it plays like. So lots of monsters to fight, lots of things to do. It is fun. It kind of reminds me, I don't know. I would say it's mentally it's on the same level as maybe Talisman, or I'm thinking of some, a Touch of Evil perhaps. On that level of an adventure game, not real heavy or deep, but still cool. I think you would enjoy it if you don't take it too seriously. And you can see that there can be a pretty immediate victory at the end, but you can track that along and try and stop people. Now, normally the Geralt and Triss wouldn't know what each other's quests are, so they'd probably be rushing more quickly to get some quests done because they wouldn't know if someone had a 16 or an 8 or whatever. But anyway, I think the game is worth the time. I don't know how long it'll stay in my collection. After I've played it a bunch of times, I might be done with it, but there is a lot of enjoyment to be had here, at least for a number of sessions, and introducing it to new people. The miniatures with it are really good. There's just only 4 of them because there's one for each character. The tokens for the monsters are really good. Enjoy that part of it. And, anyway, I think I do recommend this game. I do think it is fun to break out every once in a while and play. I wouldn't call it, it's a little heavier, slightly heavier than a total Beer and Pretzels game, but it's in that vein. It's kind of long for a Beer and Pretzels game as well. But it is on the lighter side, so if you want to sit down and enjoy some adventuring in the world of The Witcher, then you can do that. And if you played the Witcher games, you'll recognize the lands and the things that are happening and the characters. That makes it fun. You don't need to have that to enjoy the game, though. Anyway, that's my thoughts. So I would definitely say yes to this game. Again, knowing its limitations and how much longevity it might have on your shelf. But that's where I stand with it. Great design choices in the character development. I love that part of it. I want to see that in different games, more games. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This ends our play session of the Witcher Adventure board game, and I will talk to you next time.